Hello, loves. How are you? Happy solstice and hope that you're doing well. I really just wanted to come on to bring in some messages for you. The way that energy feels to me is very much that we've sort of been lifted up and a whole bunch is moving beneath us to align more deeply and more physically with that highest timeline potential. And so if you've been sort of feeling like things are in flux or plans and trajectories that you were moving towards all of a sudden feel questionable or almost a little bit uncertain or obsolete, what I'm sort of sensing is that things are still in that highest trajectory, but in the physical world, things are being moved to that clearer alignment. That's the best way I could describe it. So if you're feeling like a bit with one foot in two worlds or kind of being in between worlds, especially over the last few weeks, this appears to be something quite significant and collective. When I look at the end of the year, the next few weeks, when I look at it energetically, it looks like a lot is going to happen quickly. Interestingly, those of you here watching with me, may have some things move quickly, but you might still feel really stable in yourself and having things sort of move. When I look into 2025, it actually looks really open right now. I know, obviously, clearly from a planetary collective standpoint, there's going to be a lot of big shifts coming. But just with the energy stream being shown, it feels like a lot is going to be moved out of the way in the next few weeks. And like our trajectory for those of us that have been aligning with that highest alignment and potential, that things are going to be actually a lot clearer is what is coming through. So I'm just gonna actually pick some cards and let's see what wants to come through. I originally intended um, to do a video tomorrow, but this is coming through now today, so we're gonna roll with it. So we have overflow, overwhelm, and plenty, and netcaster preparation come to fruition. And what I feel with this is that there's many of you that have been like working away and perhaps not realizing how much you've been accomplishing. And as the things that have sort of been, I don't, what's the right way? Maybe a distraction, but not. It felt like they were meant to be there at that time. But as that's cleaning up over the next few weeks, because you are ready to level up, you're going to start to realize how much more you've actually been doing, even though you thought you had a lot more work to do. Actually, you really just needed space to let the results come in. So if you've been working away on something and you feel like the results in the physical world aren't matching the level that you've been putting in, take this next few weeks and give yourself some space to actually receive the results. Okay. So it's like preparation comes to fruition. I don't know what they're showing me right now, today, 12/21 through like the beginning of January, January 1st, January 2nd. I don't know, what is that? 12 days, 11, 12 days. So over this next 11 or 12 days, let yourself just be present in whatever ways you feel guided. Let yourself actually set the intention to receive the results of what you've been doing this past year. It's sort of like an opportunity with the solstice today, in that sort of in between times is such a beautiful opportunity to honor what you've done, actually contemplate what you've accomplished, and where you might have felt a bit of frustration that the results in the physical world weren't matching up. Now is your opportunity to just hold the space to let those actually come to fruition because they're wanting to come through. And I was actually contemplating this morning around doing a session to support this exact process of actually creating the space to receive our results. So, yes, I'm going to be doing that for my Patreon group, and it'll be available on my website. Once I get it done, I'll let you know, of course. But you can stay tuned for that if that feels like something you want to partake in and support with. But either way, you can just start dropping into this now for yourself in whatever way feels aligned. It feels like a very beautiful next 11 or 12 days to really harness this opportunity as the year is ending, as we're in the holiday season, really creating that space for yourself when you have it to just honor yourself, honor your process, honor how far you have come, and let yourself create space to receive the results of what you've been doing. Okay. I do feel guided to see what else. I actually feel guided to bring through three messages. That is the first one. And so we have setting boundaries, threshold protection, honor, and illuminating the path. So through this process, right? It's interesting to me because they're both sort of having this beam of light lighting the path. So it's like where you have been setting boundaries for yourself, where you are choosing what to participate in or not is helping to guide you to where you're meant to be. And when I speak about what you choose to participate in or not, there's a very specific vibration and frequency that my higher self shared with me a few years ago about this energy of what we choose to participate in or not. And where that came from for me was actually born from this intention of wanting to remain in the energy of unconditional love for myself and for others, regardless of what they were choosing, regardless of how they were acting or behaving, regardless of if things were in alignment or not, because my main goal was to get into a place and space where I could support myself, honor myself, and not need to judge what anyone else was choosing. And as I started to drop deeper and deeper into it, that was when the energy came through very, very clear that I could just choose what to focus my energy on and what I would participate in. And this was such a perfect dance for me because what it allowed me to do was still hold my relationships and connections with family and friends and whoever felt aligned to stay connected to, but I could also choose that if they were going down certain rabbit holes that were just more of a distraction for what I was working on, it was just really simple to just honor what they were going through and honoring what I was experiencing, and that it was all perfect and that it was all okay, and that I didn't really need to explain it or justify it. I could just unjudgingly honor without any expectations what was an appropriate thing for me to participate in or not. But most of all, and most importantly, I did not need to make them wrong. And I didn't need to make myself wrong because we weren't aligning in the same energies at the same time. And this is a very exceedingly important energy that has supported me in that ascension, in that evolution of my ability to hold the energy of true unity consciousness. And I'm sharing it in that way because as we go through this process of unraveling codependency and sort of these toxic dynamics that are just rampant in the way that our society was. I'm just going to say that because I don't know about for you, but for me, I'm moving a different way. I live a different way, and I choose not to participate in those old ways of being. So for me, that's really not very present in my existence. And if it is, it's sort of like moving out of my space quite quickly. And I think that with saying this, it's also important because we're evolving and ascending as a planet that we're all going through different things at different rates. So something that I have learned right now or that I'm already embodying, there may be other things that you embody that I don't even know exist yet, and vice versa. Okay, so there's no judgment around what we're learning or embodying or holding or practicing because we're all going through whatever experiences are aligned for us at this time. But it does feel that your focus, your boundaries for yourself support you in being able to focus on and act as the guide for you to accomplish the things that your soul wants you to accomplish on your highest potential. So if you've been sort of dancing with these energies and uncertain if you should put yourself or your ideas on the back burner to maintain relationships in a specific way, I just encourage you, if it feels aligned, to let yourself actually just be free to truly follow what feels right for you and let go of any expectations of needing anyone else to be a certain way for you. And if they're not aligning with what you're needing right now, simply allow yourself to disengage and go in the direction that you need to go to support you. In doing this without judgment, or without projection is actually very healing for everyone involved because there's no need to have an attachment around what any of us choose. Okay. And this is a very, very powerful place to be and a very powerful energy to embody into. All right. Okay. One more. We're going to go into, I'm going to pick a couple from the mystical shaman. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we have upper worlds and thunder. And immediately it came to me immediately that oftentimes when I've worked with these cars, it's been like the lower world or the middle world. So this is speaking to me about a very pivotal and powerful time that we're going through right now. That is where we are receiving energies and support from the higher energies, from your higher self. And my sense with this thunder energy is I can feel the energy and the rumblings in my system as I tap into this energy, and it feels so powerful and honestly quite a bit unexpected. And what I'm getting from this energy is actually quite phoenix like the rise of the phoenix. Yet, wow, is that eagles? I don't even know. I think it's like two eagles, but it's very much clearly this like blue energy, but with this pink and this yellow and this blue. It's like those primary colors and primary essences of creation. And I feel for those of you that have been really focused on your alignment and really focused on following your guidance and releasing and unraveling the judgments and the attachments and the expectations, that you're receiving more clear and direct energies and downloads to support you in your conscious creations of the life that you have been building and wanting to build into the future. This feels to me like this crack of thunder and lightning, like literally, wow, it's showing me like the tower card in the tarot, especially in the light seers deck where the lightning is sort of striking the ground, but it's sort of opening up this energy to let that powerful life force essence to ground into the earth. And this feels to me that you or your counterpart, or whatever way this aligns for you, that there is a very, very powerful opening, awakening, and process happening right now. And maybe that's something to do with these next 11 or 12 days as we really stop and think about today being 12/21. I don't know why I feel guided. So we have 43 and 42, 30 and 21, and 59 and 56. I'm just sharing that if those numbers resonate with anyone. But I'm feeling quite a significant energy that's wanting to come through. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to leave these messages here with you and let you work with and contemplate those for whatever way feels aligned. And I'm actually going to take these mystical shaman cards and head over to Patreon and pull more deeply into the energies of what might be coming forward with this for those of you that feel guided or resonate to connect with me over there. All right, my loves, I hope you are enjoying and embodying and loving your solstice, taking care of yourself. Sending you so much love for the rest of your day and night, weekend, and holiday season. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.